Hello and welcome to the Truly Bedrock Rundown. I'm your friendly neighbourhood shepherd Tamer. Our script is written by Tycraft102. Our editor is still on leave. This week is edited by yours truly. Let's hope I do better than the first week's video, hey? Starting with Slack Lizard, who along with Daphne decide to liberate Geraldine's true love Colin from the woodland mansion he calls home.
What we are going to do today is we are going to liberate Colin. Colin, her love of her life, could not deal with her liberation and has ran off into his own area. So today we are going to go rescue Colin. Are you down for rescuing Colin and bringing him back?
I am. Let's just go find him.
And instead of killing all of his housemates, the duo decide to trap all of them in glass boxes, which results in some deaths.
Ow!
After delivering Colin to Geraldine's house, he playfully, at least we hope, gets so mad at Foxy he loses his ability to speak.
I can't go stealing someone else's shop, can I?
After arriving at the woodland mansion with Slack, Daphne learns that neither her nor Slack know what they are doing when it comes to mansion exploring.
Do you have previous better experience at this than me? Because I tend to die a lot in these things.
I don't actually. I've only been to the Woodland Mansion in creative mode.
Daphne decides the best apology for breaking and entering is to give a flower of peace, but the housekeeper was not amused.
Hello? It's like, I don't even know if anybody's here. I have flowers. Oh no, he doesn't like my
he's not
flowers.
friendly.
No, he's not.
After learning the hard way that Vindicators don't like flowers, she gets trapped and killed by another. Her last death of the day. Oh wait, she died one more time after that.
Oh, there's the creeper right there.
Oh my god, there he is. Oh gosh, I'm about to die again. Dang it.
Maybe she should bring more flowers next time. Next up is Cuban, who starts off this episode by getting haunted. Who you gonna call?
As I kind of was doing things, my armor stand moved. I didn't move it. It was standing right here. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, why did that move?
While Cuban is setting up his super smelter, he notices in the chat that Foxy was killed by an NPC. Are those spoilers?
But the funniest thing just popped up in chat. Foxy NoTail was killed by NPC using magic.
And after building an absolutely gorgeous shop that was partly designed by a familiar face, our B-team host Jessie B.
Yeah, this was designed by Jessie B. If you guys don't know who Jessie B is, she's always commenting on every single one of our videos in Truly Bedrock.
Cuban ends up dying while AFK, causing him to lose some of his gear, but that's not something a caving trip can't fix.
That was well over 3 hours of mining that I did. The payout was really, really worth it. But look at that, a little over a stack and a half of diamond ore.
Zloy finds himself taking part in some ghastly activities. Remember that Gar's silent court? Well, the undead finally decide to do something with it. And by doing, I mean locking in a cobble cage for their enjoyment.
Oh, he's in the minecart! He's in the minecart! He's in the minecart!
Look at that. Trust me, Zloy. I am a professional, you see?
Yeah,
I knew exactly what I was doing.
And of course, no Zloy and Silent collab is complete without a derp or two. This time they forgot to put rails all the way into the gas cage, causing their plans to get slightly derailed.
And then he should just go and kind of stay in there.
No.
No, apparently not. That makes everything
someone
exciting.
did not place any rails inside of the actual cage.
Don't push him down into the water. Don't push him into the water.
After the mob transportation, Zloy enters some of his favourite comments from past videos into the library, using some fancy new bookshelves he installed, which might have taken a couple of goes to get right next to the door.
Eh? I love this tiny feature. Alright, check this one out. Did you notice it? Because I didn't at first. Check this out. Right? This pressure plate makes this bookshelf spit out books at me. I just cannot have it my way, do I?
Speaking of ghastly events, Silent was very proud to show off his achievement of capturing one of those in one of his streams to Zloy.
And,
crap!
it was a painful process to get them in boats. If you get too close to them, you might have some issues. They hit for like 3 hearts, so be careful.
I'm trying. Yes! Yes! I am.
But before that, he did share some banner designs for the Undead Alliance that were submitted by the viewers. They look incredible.
So I have a question for you guys. What is better? A beacon or 3 awesome banners? I think 3 awesome banners are totally better. Look at these things. They are so cool. Again, thank you to Overtaken Reality and Nexus for these banner designs. These things are amazing.
And then, whilst testing out his Wither Killer, Silent either withers away or gets exploded. The jury is still out on that one.
It was nice knowing you, world. Goodbye. Thank you, Wither. Okay.
After recovering his stuff, Silent builds not 1, but 2 slime farms. Quite impressive, Silent.
Completely built up. We got all 9 of the spawn platforms in place, and I'm getting a little bit scared now because I haven't seen a single slime in this entire chunk ever. So yeah, I'm hoping this is actually a slime chunk. It better be now that I've built up the entire farm.
Silent wasn't the only one building OP farms, because Groover does some improving on his kelp farm, which is bubbling away as we speak.
What I found was that the rates were actually quite good for this. I set up a test world and I had the crops grow and instantly get collected and sent to myself. And I counted those crops and I found that the actual numbers of crops that came from it were about the same as if I used a bubble stream like this.
We can't wait to see what he uses all of his kelp for. Groover also shows off his new skin for Truly Bedrock Season 0, and we want to know, do we call him Captain Birchbeard or Quartermaster Turtle? Let us know in the poll above.
Today I'm sporting a new skin. This is especially for this series because we're out on the desert islands. I thought I should look a little bit desert islandy. Like I've been living out here for a while, living the life on the open sea, all that kind of thing. So I thought I'd look a little bit piratey. Let me know what you think. I think it looks really cool.
DB finds himself having a chat with the mysterious Mr. X.
I'll pop down there and we'll have a word, see what he's got to say for himself. Mr. X, how are you doing? Okay, calm down. It's fine. Don't worry.
After which, he decides to terraform a 3-layer cave underneath his lighthouse, the perfect place to hide all of his treasures. We hope our new pirate doesn't find those.
And as you can see, I've made a sort of barrier with the walls and the stairs and some fence posts as well, like a pirate cave or something, like chests and like barrel type things in. We'll get that in at some point.
DB then shows us a new turtle farm he made after discovering his previous one was on a chunk border.
Zoo look, I think. It's all very clean and concretey.
And finally we get to talk about Mr. Foxy NoTail, who just can't seem to catch a break. After trying to trick Zloy into returning the Sheep of Dreams by disguising as Mr. Onion,
Trick Zloy, I'm somebody else, is with a foolproof 5-stage plan. Part number 1, find a remote uninhabited island. Part number 2, which is to build a basic house. Right then, part number 3 is to create a master disguise, and now for part number 4, get Zloy here and convince him to give me my ship back.
No problem, just I'll lead you there, follow me.
I'm not 100% convinced that this is the ship.
Well, I'm also not at all convinced that you aren't Foxy NoTail, considering that we have the, nameplates enabled on the server.
Foxy then decides to get himself some jobs, none of which work out as intended. While in the Nether, Foxy falls into lava.
I've lost both my decent pickaxes, my good axe, my good sword, my good bow, and my shovel.
Twice.
Let's see if we can actually get close enough to... Oh no, I didn't bring fire resistance with me. Oh dear, goodbye!
This and losing Geraldine was too much for Foxy to handle. He builds an escape plane to fly all the way to Season 1. But before we show you the outcome, my name is Shepherd Tamer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and slam that like button. And don't forget to tell us which name you prefer for Groover. I will see you next week. Now, let's roll the VT.
And I'm taking this plane and I'm gonna fly to Season